for this because I think I know Mary for like 10 years, but I've never been in the actual room with her. So to be in the same room with you and on stage with mics, it's even better, right? Tell us who you are.
Good afternoon, everybody. My name is Mary McKenna. I'm an exited technology entrepreneur. I'm based in Donegal in Ireland. So if I look across the water, I can see Northern Ireland. If I look out of the window to the left, I can see Scotland. And if my eyesight was better, if I looked a little bit further to the left, I'd be able to see Newfoundland and America. So right on the periphery of Europe, which really struck a chord when the leader of the Council of Cornwall, talked about that this morning, about how Cornwall's on the periphery of Europe. And I kind of felt a bit jealous because, like, Donegal really is on the periphery of Europe. I mean, there isn't much further out there. But we continue to thrive. And I'm here today as part of the Western Development Commission, one of the board members, and it's really, really nice to be here and to connect with you all.
Yeah, shout out to the WDC. We should probably pull up your LinkedIn profile and we'll scroll and it'll be like scrolling like crazy. What are you working on right now?
My main project is that I'm one of the co-founders of a social enterprise in Ireland which supports women founders. It's called Awaken Hub. We've been going for almost 6 years. And we started in COVID as a way of offering a different type of support to women that were starting businesses. Out of that sprung an angel syndicate that we started about 3 years ago called AwakenAngels. But aside from that, I do a few other things. One of the great advantages of having started and sold a business is that after years and years of just keeping your head down, trying to work out how you're going to make payroll this month and meet your revenue targets and all the other things, is that when you sell your business, you can do the things that just bring you joy and that you really, really enjoy doing. So I only do things that I really like these days, and I work as an innovation expert for the EU, working on novel and breakthrough innovations, and I'm the Royal Society appointed Ulster University Entrepreneur in Residence, working with students that are spinning out businesses. So it's a beautiful existence.
Sounds cool. You make everything sound easy. I don't think it's easy. So I would like to better understand Awaken Angels and the hub. Give me a little more information. Why did you decide to do this? Why is this so important right now?
Okay. Are there any women founders in this room? If there are, put your hands up, please. Yeah, I know that there are a few. So the small number of you here will agree with me, because we know I bootstrapped my business because I couldn't raise any investment. It was totally impossible to do. The people that I approached looking for investment from them just didn't really understand my business. They didn't really believe in me as a woman founded of a tech business. And it was, I think things are easier these days, but it was completely impossible. So I personally know how hard it is for women to raise particularly early stage finance. No matter what anybody else tells you, I'm telling you the truth, Charles, like I know this. And so when I sold my business, I knew that I would use some of the money that I'd made to support other women. And that's kind of why I do that, but also because it's a good thing to do.
Give me an idea of what this organization looks like now. How many companies are you helping? How much money is involved? How are you getting, who are the actual donors of this? How do you get people involved in this?
Okay, so we run it as a syndicate. So it is not a charity, it's an investment syndicate, it's an angel syndicate. 3 years in, we have 150 angels. The interesting part of it, I suppose, we were trying to solve a couple of different issues here. The first one was to bring more money into women founders, great cause. Second one, a little bit more obscure, was to bring angel investment as an asset class to women. because women are really underrepresented as angel investors. And this becomes particularly important when what the Americans call, the great wealth transfer, or what the Europeans call intergenerational wealth transfer, which is kind of coming down the pipe. As the demographics change on the globe, women are set to start inheriting more and more money from their spouses, their fathers, blah, blah, blah. And so we also see it as part of preparing women for that increase in capital that they will have to invest. And I guess the third element of it is that we've just seen a lot more interest in businesses that women are starting from investors, because they realize that women's businesses actually do perform better.
I like it. How many investments in the last year?
So we've done 10 so far, 2 more about to happen, about 6 more in the pipeline. Our angels are about 150, of which 50 of them are in the US, and out of our 150, about 12 are men. We'd really like to have some more men investing, so please do come and chat to me afterwards if you're interested.
Build it and they will come. I do have concern because what you're doing is awesome and so important, and we need to see it everywhere. But I have seen some networks in France, notably, on the sort of women's investment funds or women's entrepreneurship groups that had raised money, like $1 million, $2 million, and they had to close down because there were issues, things weren't working out, they were not finding the investment, so extra investment. What challenges do you have right now in your state, even though it's starting off great?
So we don't have a fund. We run it as a syndicate. So every month, everybody takes their own decisions. They see 3 companies pitch. Everyone's money is their own. They decide whether they're putting in or not. If there isn't enough interest, we don't invest. If there is enough interest from the syndicate, then we go with it. In terms of, so there is no money to run out of because we don't have any. It just happens on a rolling basis. What was the other part of that question?
Challenges that you have right now for this syndicate?
So the other challenge that maybe funds have is sourcing enough interesting deal flow. But because we had the community first, we're actually investing in the people that are coming through our own community. The fact that we started that 4 years previous was more luck than judgment, but it's turned out to be very beneficial because many of the other angel syndicates like ours don't have that pipeline of companies coming through that they've been supporting since they were founders, which we do have. So we've known the people that we're investing in, we've known them for 4-5 years by the time that they're ready to take on investment. And we invest ourselves, we're investors too, so we put our own money in. So we're not asking anybody to do anything that we're not already doing ourselves.
Do you want to give me some examples of companies you've invested in? What do they do? What are they focused on?
Sure. So we're completely, we're sector agnostic. So we invest in women that are growing global businesses from day one that have got ability to be a global business and expand, but we don't really care what they're doing. As long as they can meet that criteria and show us that they are actually global and have potential to grow, then we'll support them. So that opens up a whole, like we don't just say we're just doing AI or we're just doing marine tech or whatever. So we have a really nice mix of businesses. We have a few sports tech, we've got some circular food products, we've got some marine technology, we've got cybersecurity, a nice mix of things in there already.
Awesome. What I understand, you do travel a lot. When I look on LinkedIn, you're a bit everywhere. Are you able to tap into some networks, maybe, I don't know, stateside, getting maybe people that weren't traditionally involved in the syndicate? Or is this something that's you're able to do? Because we're going to talk about diaspora later, so I don't know if you found success with this.
We've really, as an Irish syndicate, we've really focused on tapping into the Irish diaspora. I mean, I think this is something that's really important for all of the Celtic nations, actually, is that we all have awesome diaspora and diaspora connections with our own people that are living overseas. we found that our American cousins, and again, Charles, no offense here, but they have much, much deeper pockets than we have. Like, we're just little country mice where I am, you know. Our American cousins have got much deeper pockets than most people that we talk to have. And a lot of them are really kind of like a lot of people go to the diaspora sort of with a handout as a charity, like, will you support this, will you support that? It's great if you can take them an investment opportunity, which is really bringing them something that they can actually invest in, get involved in, help, yes, but also make some money. I think that's a nice combination.
I want to get on the Celtic front and the Celtic connections. Do you think that's important? What should we be doing more of on that front?
Well, personally, I think this is really important. I mean, we wouldn't do what we do if we didn't have such a strong connection to our diaspora. I think there's an opportunity perhaps for other nations to really invest in the way. I'm proud that Ireland's done a good job with this. So yeah, I think it's really key. I mean, when you go to the States, like if you turn up in New York with a crowd of entrepreneurs with you, and you're hosting an event and you invite people, the first thing they say to you when they come through the door is, "It's great to be here. How can we help you?" I mean, that's a really powerful statement.
I think this is your first time at a Interceltic Business Forum. What should we be pushing on your personal front? What kind of maybe synergies would you like to see with the Isle of Man, with Cornwall, with Wales, and Brittany?
So many things. I've had so many great conversations already today. I think we should form like a really powerful, you probably say you've already done this, but a powerful business partnership where we genuinely do start to trade between ourselves and help each other. I think we should be promoting the sorts of tax benefits that the Isle of Man has in other places. And I see it as a very powerful way that we can make recommendations between ourselves and perhaps collaborate on looking for bigger contracts for ourselves as well.
Can someone get involved with the syndicate at this point?
Yes, please. All of you, just bring me your checks after this. I'll see you at the networking this afternoon.
I want to talk about personal brand because I mentioned before meeting you on the internet before meeting you in person, and it took 10 years. Sometimes, and we do say this, women founders have this huge issue of finding funding, but I do find sometimes modesty as well in saying, hey, I'm going to talk about myself, I'm going to create a founder brand. You've found success with this. What recommendations do you have for women who should be maybe posting more, shouting out what they're building, the awesome things they're doing? What's the good course of action, and how have you done that?
So I think if I'm just really honest with everybody in the room, I'm kind of powered by fear. Like fear of failure, fear of letting down everybody, fear of the fact that you put yourself out there as an entrepreneur and everyone expects you to do well and you're really worried that you won't and you let your mum, dad down and everybody else. So being powered by fear is a big part of it. Like when you set up, particularly, I came out of the corporate world where everything was really, really easy. I could do my corporate job standing on my head and have everything done by Monday lunchtime. Going from that world into being an entrepreneur is a really different experience, and you really are putting yourself out there. And I think you are powered by fear, because once you realize, you've maybe put your house up at the bank as collateral and your business cannot fail. And at that point, you basically will do anything to make it succeed, even if that means promoting yourself on the internet. You have to do it. So, but it's a powerful thing, but it isn't part of you. It's a thing that you do to make your business successful. You don't have to get sucked in to being an Instagram queen or anything like that. You can just use it for business purposes and then quietly retire behind your bedroom door at night when you close it.
Okay, I think we're out of time, so I think what we need to do is scare everyone into giving you a check to invest in women founders. How's that?
Thank you.
Great. Thank you.